start up with the introduction about the turbo machine. What is a turbo machine? And again, a turbo machine actually it is two words combined, turbo and machine. And basically, turbo is actually a Latin word. The turbo means for the spin or spill action. Whatever the machine actually, what is a machine? The machine is a thing actually it is a converts one form of energy into the another form. And again, the turbo is nothing but which will be just combining the or using the action of spin or spill to convert one form of energy, and that will be called as a turbo machine. Again, here the two examples of turbo machine will be given here, and hope you can see it. The first one, the example one will be the machine which will be just having a water turbine, steam turbine, gas turbine, and again a wind turbine. And here you can see the fluid energy is converted to the mechanical energy. The first case you can see the turbine. Here you can see just a minute. Okay, you can see the turbine where you can see the first action, the fluid energy from the water, which will be sent towards the turbine, and the turbine will be producing energy from it. The output will be the mechanical energy, so basically a rotary motion. The water, the energy from the fluid, that is here in the case, it is the water in the first case. Here, the energy from the water, the spill motion, or again the spin motion of the water will be given to a shaft, and where the shaft will be converted as a your electrical energy. Basically, the shaft is getting the input of the mechanical energy, so it will be producing energy. So the first option will be the fluid energy will be converted to the mechanical energy. Again, you can see the second option, that is your mechanical energy will be converted to fluid energy. Here you can see the second option with where the mechanical energy is basically given as an input by a electrical energy. That means your electrical energy is given as to an electrical motor, and the motor will be rotating the wings or the blade of the fan, so that you will be getting the fluid energy. That is for our comfortness, we are using the we are getting the fluid. So your turbo machinery comes under two categories, and it is basically classified into many kinds, so that it will be just integrated with the different applications. So the first thing you can see basically the turbo machinery. Here the fluid will be whether conveyed as a mechanical energy, the fluid energy, and again in the case your mechanical energy is given as an input to increase the fluid energy. Okay, this is all about your turbo machinery. Next one, the classification. This classification of the turbo machinery is very important because it just makes you to disintegrate the different application by means of the working condition, the design, and the geometry of your machine. Again, the first it will be having a category of basically the power classification we will be telling of. What is this power classification means? Whether the machines will be power absorbing machine or power developing machine. What is this power absorbing machine means? The machine which absorbs the mechanical energy, and again the mechanical energy is converted as your fluid energy. That will be just getting the power absorbed. That means it will be absorbing a power and it will be producing a fluid energy. And the next category will be the power producing machines. That is the machine which will be absorbing the fluid energy and it will just give the output as a mechanical energy. You can see the power producing machines. The input to the mechanical rotor will be the fluid energy and the output will be the work. And again in the sink or output, you will be just getting the fluid with the lower energy, so that the energy from the higher fluid will be just absorbed by the rotor and the work will be just got as output, and remaining fluid with the low energy is sent as a sink. And again the next classification will be, or under the power, the next thing will be the power absorbing machines, where the input will be the fluid with the low energy, and again your work is given by means of the electrical energy to the impeller or a shaft, and again the output will be the fluid energy, and this will be the first classification. And the next classification in this category will be the manner in which the fluid moves through or around the machine. The first one you can see, it is nothing but a wind turbine. used in the applications for producing the electrical energy by absorbing the fluid energy. And again, you can see the first one will be called as open flow or unstored type. Why it is called as open flow means here you can see the blades or the wind impeller where you cannot see any casing. The direct blades are just given in the open atmosphere, so it will be called as open flow or unstored type. And again, you can see the second category. Here you can see it will be enclosed or stored type. The example will be actually a centrifugal pump example will be given. Here you can see the impeller, rotating impeller or the center blade which will be rotating, which will be just given energy from the electrical motor. Your electrical motor, which will be just attached with the impeller, will be giving inputs so that your impeller will be rotating so that the fluid from the lower level will be just transferred to the higher level so that you are getting the power, sorry, getting the fluid transfer. And here you can see the blade will be just inside a casing and your impeller will doesn't have a contact with the atmosphere and it will be just enclosed in the casing, so it will be called as enclosed flow or stored flow. And the third one, the based upon the flow path, it is again classified. And what is this? The case of the flow path means basically this is classified into three types: the radial flow machines, axial flow machines, and mixed flow machines. Here you can see this diagram of this blade and again a shaft. The center part will be the shaft, and again it will be a cut section of the casing and the shaft. Okay. Here you can see the first case, that is a radial flow impeller. The fluid will be entering parallel towards the center of axis of rotation of the shaft, and it is leaving radially towards the axis, so that it will be making a 90-degree exactly while it will be exiting. So here you can see it will be a radial flow impeller where the fluid will be entering. The fluid will be entering inside in the axial direction parallel to the axis and just leaving radially, so that you can see in the case you can see the fluid will be exiting radially, so it will be called as your radial flow impeller type. And again, in the case of the C, you can see, just go for a C option. Here it will be called as axial flow impeller. Why it is called as axial flow impeller means your fluid will be entering parallel towards the center of axis of the shaft, and it is also leaves parallel, so that it is not making any angle or degree towards the center of axis of rotation of the shaft, so that the fluid will be enters and exits parallelly towards the center of rotation. So it will be called as a axial flow impeller. And again, the mixed flow impeller, here it will be having a two categories, two combined activity of both your radial flow and again the axial flow. That means it will be just having the both component of radial and axial flow. So you can see approximately it will be making 45-degree with the center of axis of rotation of the shaft. So you can call it as a mixed flow impeller type turbine. Okay. And the next classification in this category will be the based upon the fluid which will be used in the case of your turbo machine. It will be comes under water turbine, air turbine, steam turbine, hot gases, liquids like petrol also will be used for your just using in the case of your turbo machine, working in the case of your turbo machine. And again, the based on the position of the rotation of the shaft, whether the shaft will be horizontal to the ground or vertical to the ground or inclined to the ground, it will be classified into horizontal shaft, vertical shaft, and inclined shaft. And again, the based upon the fluid flow, how which kind of fluid will be used. You can see basically the fluid where the density will be constant throughout the entire flow process. It will be called as an incompressible flow type turbine. And again, where the fluid like that compressible like air which will be used, where the density of the fluid is not constant throughout the entry and the exit of your air or the working fluid inside the machine, that kind of turbine will be called as, or comes under the category compressible turbine category. And again, the impulse and reaction turbine. What is this impulse and reaction turbine means? Here in the case where throughout the process of the working of the turbine, where the pressure is constant, That kind of turbine will be called as a impulse machines or impulse turbine, and where the pressure at the entry and the exit will be varies while the working of the turbine. Your pressure will be varies throughout the process. That kind of turbine will be called as a reaction turbine or reaction machine. Okay, and again, now we are going to see about the positive displacement machines. Why we need to know about the positive displacement machine means, first, to understand the turbo machine better, we have to know about the positive displacement machine. What is this positive displacement machine means? The transfer of energy between the fluid and the machine by means of variable volume generated by a displacement device. Here you can see it will be basically a reciprocating pump where your volume of the working fluid will be vary to just lift the fluid from one place to another place. This kind of machines will be used, and basically it's a reciprocating pump. Here it will be using the reciprocating motion to transfer the fluid. And now this will be a positive displacement machine. Now we will be seeing the difference comparison between the positive displacement machines and turbo machines. Okay, and why this comparison is needed means it will be giving a better understanding of this. The first thing, the turbo machines, it creates a thermodynamic and dynamic action between the rotating element and flowing fluid. Here in the case of positive displacement machines, you can see it creates thermodynamic and mechanical action between moving member of static fluid, and energy transfer takes place with the displacement of fluid. Any mechanical action which should be used to transfer this thermodynamic and mechanical action, that comes under the positive displacement machine, whereas the rotating element which is used, that means first, while we are seeing the first introduction, a turbo machinery, they are seen it is a spin or spill motion will be used to transfer one form of energy to the another form of energy. So the turbo machines are pure machines which will be just using only the rotating motion, whereas your positive displacement machines will be using any mechanical motion to transfer the fluid. And again, in the case of the turbo machines, it involves a steady flow of fluid. Why the steady flow of fluid will be there means, here the rotating element, and again there it is a reciprocating element. Whichever element which will be rotating while operation, it will be having a good balancing and it is easier to balance also. Whereas in the reciprocating motions, it will be using the linkages which will be giving the more vibration, and it cannot operate on the higher speed also. Whereas your rotating device, which will be can have high rotation speed because of the good balancing. And again, what is the disadvantage in this case of the turbo machine means, the fluid which will be entering inside the system, if there is a change of phase or speed of this flowing fluid, it will affect the serious, or it will create a serious problem in the turbo machine, and it affects the operation. Whereas here in the case of your reciprocating machine, the thing is it will not create any problem when there is a change in the fluid motion. Okay, and again it is a simple in the design since it is a your circular or rotating motion device, but it is a complex design. And again here vibration problems are less. The example for turbo machines will be the turbines, and again the fans and blow-ins. And again the example for positive displacement machines, your so-called IC engines and reciprocating air compressor, and some pumps which will be using the different kind of motion except your displacement. The displacement action which will be used for working processes, and that machines will be called as a positive displacement machine. Okay, and again you can see the operations of the applications of turbines. What are the applications we will be seeing? The first one, basically this turbo machine will be having the application of the electrical power generation from small kilowatt to the higher megawatt. It can be used for the different application, and for this electrical power generation, different kinds of turbines will be used. And again the next one, it will be used for fluid transfer. Basically your pumps are used for using the your pumps are used for basically the fluid transfer. And again it will be used for aircraft propulsion. That means your turbine engines which will be used in the case of your aircraft propulsion, and also it will be used for vehicular propulsion for your normal civilian use and also the military use. And as a mechanical engineer, you will know about your this turbo machine application, sorry, turbocharger application in the case of your cars. That means you're admitting the more quantity of air to get the better efficiency by inducing the more fuel, and that is also your turbocharger is also using of the turbo machine application in the case of your engines to get the higher efficiency.